Leo, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. And this is an energy reading, guys, so take it where and how it resonates in your life. It is your message. And if you're not a Leo and this pops up on your feed, it is absolutely for you, because it only shows up for the people that need to hear it, because you're calling it into you. And it only comes up just the right time. And this is where your message begins. First thing I thought was, you guys are finally done with something. And this is something that has drained you. I mean, it is not something that was easy to let go of. And Eight of Cups usually implies like you stuck around a little too long. You know, you tried really hard because there were a lot of emotions invested. You thought emotionally that this was valuable, right? But so it took you a while to accept that it had just run its course, and it's done. And you know what? Come on. You tried everything that you could. You did everything that you could. And this is the confirmation. It's coming at eclipse season. Now, this is technically a solar eclipse that you see in the card. So solar eclipse is happening on March 28th. You got a date now. It's 2 weeks from now. In a couple of days, we're going to have a lunar eclipse. So expect that there's something that is really tough and kind of toxic that's going to finally be released. And in terms of the cycles of the moon, it's almost like that's going to be the pain before the release. That's going to be when you actually feel what you need to feel in order to be able to let go and know that something is actually just, it's finished. As good as it may have been, as good as it may have looked, as good as it may have felt, it's done. There's nothing left. And now it's time to move on. Being able to release that kind of toxicity of holding on. And then there's the Tower. And that means simply this: God's going to do it if you don't. And it's going to be less painful if you're able to walk away yourself, but this is about to be ripped away from you. Something is going to be ripped away from you, and it's ripped away because it's already supposed to have gone. It's already supposed to be done. So you're walking away, I think, just in time, because you're going to see kind of a collapse happen afterward. Now let's see what this is. We got to get deeper into this. What is this? What is this, God? Clarify these cards. It's almost like you're jumping ship. You're finally, because you, as a Leo or in Leo energy, you would think, I gotta stay, I gotta make this work. Like I got, because you're courageous. What you're realizing is the courage is in jumping ship. The courage is in admitting that this is toxic and this doesn't work, right? That you see that this is a burning building and you got to get the fuck out of it. You got to get out of it. What is this? What is this? Well, the first card that came up is Sagittarius. Maybe you're dealing with a Sagittarius, but it's also growth, expansion, learning, and education. Could have something to do with something foreign culture, foreign travel, right? And action that you took, authority, imperialism, like rulership, militarism, like all of this is hyper masculinity. This is Aries energy. But you took these actions in the past, and this is about growing and expanding yourself. You've got all three fire signs, including you, right there, right? Lots of intensity in the name of the King of Cups, which is sensitivity and gentleness and kindness and the ability to know what matters to you the most. This is a softening. This is, I have passion about something because I care about it. This is something that you have a lot of passion and heart and love for. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So it could very well be that you have passion and love for this Queen of Wands. So for another Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, feminine, somebody who's very charismatic, very good looking, beautiful, gorgeous, just like vibrant. This is what you got to let go of. And this is why it's so hard to let go. You really thought that this was your leveling up in some way. You really thought that this was, even if this person isn't a fire sign, it's almost like you really thought that this person was the thing. I think that they were the thing. They helped you grow. They helped you expand. But remember, these are clarifiers, and there's a tower here. So it's crumbling. Why is it crumbling? Because the lesson's over. Because you don't need it anymore. It's not failure. It's finishing. That's all. It's not failure. So whatever this was, or whoever this was glorious. And it was gorgeous. And it was meant to be. And it's meant to end. And I think it's hard. And that's why you held on so long. It's hard to accept that the glory days are over. But not when you think about the fact that who says the best things in your life have already happened? How do you know what's out there in front of you? Make a decision. The best things in life are still yet to come. And if I can experience something this wonderful, just imagine. Maybe I can imagine. There's something else out there that's going to make me just as happy, or do something to me that is now going to help me grow in a different way, in a different direction. Okay, so that's really interesting energy. There's a lot of growth and expansion here. It certainly was definitely not a waste of your time. Let's get a moon card, because there's a beautiful full moon that's happening in Virgo, and it's going to be tough. And that's when a lot of toxins are going to come up. The end of a tough cycle approaches, my friends. You are going to finally be able to grow beyond the stuff that was making you stuck. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. This is all happening around March 28th. Now we know for sure, because that's when the eclipse happens, right? And this is a new beginning. It's gonna shock you, the change in you and the way that now you want to behave. Surprise yourself. We also have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Whatever has held you back, because you were, I think you were on an upward swing. And now for some reason there was a stagnation. There was a stuck. There was almost like a wall you were hitting. That wall's gone. And this could be it. The wall is crumbling down. Yeah. I think you were about to give up on something. And it's fine if you did. A lot of times it's our release of a situation that helps the crumbling. And the crumbling is it's like you're putting all your effort and energy into, no, I've got to keep this wall up. No, you've got to let the wall crumble, because what you need is on the other side. And I feel like you just want to maintain. You are a fixed energy. So sometimes that happens. You want to maintain. The sun maintains, right? It is the constant. So honestly, this is about releasing and letting things change. And that's what the tough cycle is going to change with your mentality. This tough cycle is broken. It's ended. It's over. This is very good news. What is this all about? Let's see. Oh, Leo, this is about connection. This is about you and somebody else. This is about loyalty and togetherness and your devotion to a promise that you made. When you say loyal heart, that's you. The heart is Leo, loyalty is Leo. A loyal heart. You were very loyal to something, right? That's why you had to try all that you could try. You had to do all that you could do. Okay. And you're not going to have to do that anymore. Or it's your loyalty and your steadfastness that finally cracked down the wall, right? We have regeneration. Something's going to grow then. There is new life that's about to spring up. And it's like you're finally allowing something to grow that you thought was dead. Something is finally growing that you thought was dead. And I think it'll surprise you the direction that it will grow in, but it is growing from those ashes or from the roots that you've already laid with what had to finish. So it's like 2.0. It's not wrong, but it's different. And you need to be different now. That's a good thing. So let's get some more specifics, shall we? Specifically, what are we talking about here? Because we're kind of beating around the bush. I asked, I think it's a loyal heart. Okay, but what is this about? Now, take it where it resonates. This could be romance for some of you and jobs. No, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands came out again. This is about a feminine fire sign, guys. It's about a feminine fire sign. It doesn't have to be a female, but it's a feminine fire sign. This person is lovely. This person's got a lot of attention on them. They're naturally charismatic. They're naturally sexy and beautiful, very attractive. You find this, I don't care if the world finds, usually the world finds the Queen of Wands attractive, but broken heart. Listen, as perfect as they are for your ideals, they weren't perfect for you. And isn't that the trick? We got to find the person that's right for us. Now, this could also represent you and the way that you looked at yourself or what you wanted to be. So it could have to do with your goals, your aspirations. Maybe you wanted to be a celebrity. Maybe you wanted attention, right? That's all the Queen of Wands. But you got your heart broken because the truth is maybe you wanted what you thought you'd get out of it, but that's not what you actually wanted. So there's definitely disappointment here, 11-11. And this is heartbreak. But I think the heartbreak has also made you more confident. It's made you more loving. It's made you more considerate. It's made you more open-hearted. It's made you a better version of yourself, not a worse one. And that comes from your loyal heart. So it definitely has something to do with disappointment surrounding another Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. You guys often attract each other. So could be one of them, an actual person, or it could be just this energy of you had all these goals and you had all these dreams. And you got disappointed. Like it just something happened and it really kind of throttled you. And maybe something like the Tower suddenly happened and you got set back and you had to walk away from a situation you didn't want to walk away from. Lots of disappointment here. Well, this is when that stops and it's all over with. And whatever real hard, shitty crap you were going through, done. Now, let's see what's on the other side. What changes for Leo? You know, a lot of times we have to be humbled before our blessings. Because if we weren't, we'd be a dick. We'd be a dick and we'd take advantage of them. We wouldn't take care of them the way we're supposed to. So God puts us through shit to humble us so that when we receive our blessing, we're aware that we're receiving a blessing. It's important. Because in the end, you'd be more disappointed in yourself if you had a blessing and know you fucked it up than if you just had to go through some hardship before you even got the blessing. Right? So what is changing, I said. And then this card fell out. Your direction is changing. What you care about is changing. Your priorities are changing. And all of those is like, now choose wisely means you're going to choose with wisdom. Because now you have the wisdom. Now you might be going somewhere. You might be actually moving. You might be changing direction in your life. But you're choosing this new leg of your life. You're choosing this new journey. You're choosing it through wisdom. You're not choosing it through ambition. You're not choosing it even through courage. Though wisdom is its own kind of courage. You're not choosing it through, like I said, ambition. You're not choosing it through desire. You're choosing it through wisdom. You're making a choice because of your wisdom, because you're wise enough to make the choice now. And that's going to make the choice profitable, precious, and super awesome. Triumphant success. Sword from the stone. You now know which to choose because you've been through the shit. Blades are forged in fire. Clarity is forged in fire. You are now clear. And the decision that you're about to make is going to be what you were aiming at the whole time. It is going to be the root of your desire. It's going to be the root of your ambition. It's going to be, none of that has actually changed. You were just reaching for what it looked like, not what it actually was. And that's the difference now. That's, you're choosing now with wisdom, because now you know what it actually is. So you're not going to go after that Queen of Wands, that glamour. You know it's not the glamour anymore. You know what the real is. You know where the real value is now. So now you're going to choose wisely. Remember that scene at the end of Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade with Sean Connery? That was a great movie. That's my favorite one. What does he say? What does the knight in the temple say? He says, choose wisely. Indiana Jones was only able to make the right decision because he had gone through all the steps and gone through all the hardship and learned the lessons that he thought his father was choking him with. But really his father was setting him up for success because he was able to choose wisely out of all the glitter. When you were younger, you would have chosen the most ordained or bejeweled, bedazzled, and you would have died. You would have died. Just like the Nazi guy did. Oh, it's got to be spectacular. It's got to be beautiful. He's like, no, it was a carpenter's cup. It would have been simple. It would have looked like this. And that's going to get you your eternal life. You're going to get what you wanted because now you have the wisdom to choose the right thing. When before you would have reached for all that was glittery. And you were reaching for all that was glittery. But for some reason, even when you drank out of that cup, you still stayed thirsty. Because it wasn't the right cup. It wasn't it. Now you know what it is. Let's go to the extended. I've got more to say. See you there.